Top 10 animals that came back from extinction. Environmental change, living space misfortune, poaching, and regular predation compromise a large number of these species. While certain species get huge consideration, for example, the practically wiped out northern white rhinoceros, others vanish with scarcely anybody taking note. In any case, everybody now and again, a few creature populaces figure out how to recuperate. These examples of overcoming adversity of progressivism give individuals wherever trust that more species can likewise be saved. The following are 10 creatures that returned from elimination. Number 10. Bald eagle. The bald eagle, Haliaeetus, is the public bird of the US and one of the most unmistakable hawk species on the planet. However, these strong flying predators are yet one of the numerous creatures that returned from elimination in the 20th hundred years. Appraisals of their populace during the mid-18th contrast however range between 300,000, 500,000. Tragically, the utilization of the pesticide DDT, natural surroundings misfortune, unlawful shooting, and contamination fundamentally diminished their numbers. By the 1950s, just 412 settling matches stayed in the whole 48 adjoining states. To forestall their eradication, Congress passed the Uncovered and Brilliant Bird Insurance Demonstration of 1940, which forestalls the hunting or shooting of bald eagles. Bald eagles got further security after they were pronounced an imperiled species in 1967. Because of deliberate exertion by government organizations and preservation gatherings, bald eagles indeed flourish across North America. Number 9. Blue whale. The blue whale, Balænoptera musculus, is the biggest type of whale and the biggest creature on the planet. These grand animals can arrive at 98 feet long and gauge as much as 199 tons. While they once wandered all through essentially every sea, they confronted termination close to the furthest limit of the 20th hundred years. Rising interest in whale meat and oil, as well as headways in drifting and fishing innovation, prompted far and wide hunting that obliterated their numbers. From 1970, whalers killed almost 380,000 blue whales, leaving just 0.2% of their underlying populace remaining. Blue whales started getting security in 1939, yet it was only after 1966 that they got total assurance under the Global Show for the Guideline of Whaling. Because of these endeavors, their populace is gradually expanding, with a worldwide gauge in 2018 between 5,000 and 15,000. Nonetheless, they keep on confronting both normal and artificial dangers. Number 8. American buffalo. Otherwise called the American bison, the American buffalo is quite possibly the most notable creature that returned from annihilation in North America. For millennia, buffalo wandered all through the extraordinary Buffalo Belt, a plot of land extending from the frozen north to the Bay of Mexico. They turned into an image of the Old West and filled in as a fundamental wellspring of food and assets to numerous local American clans. In any case, during the 19th hundred years, buffalo nearly went wiped out because of business hunting and boundless butcher. Their populace dove from north of 60 million in the late 1800 years to just 541 creatures by 1889. From that point forward, numerous renewed introduction crusades have endeavored to re-establish their populace, a large number of them led by local clans. Of these endeavors, the Between Ancestral Buffalo Board addresses one of the most critical. Today, more than 300,000 buffalo live all through North America, principally on confidential land. Number 7. Peregrine bird of prey. Generally known as the duckcell in North America, the peregrine hawk, Falco peregrinus, holds the differentiation as the quickest creature on the planet. They jump down at fantastic velocities during their hunting stoop that can arrive at up to 242 miles each hour. As cosmopolitan animal groups, they range all over the world and live in different environments and territories. Nonetheless, they turned into an imperiled species during the mid-20th 100 years because of the boundless utilization of pesticides, explicitly DDT. Their populace dove from more than 7,000 to 200 or 300 in North America and from 8,000 to under 1,000 in Europe. Truth be told, by 1963, not a solitary peregrine home existed in the eastern U.S. Analysts before long understood that DDT disperses the calcium in creatures' eggs, this way lessening the number of eggs that trapdoor. When they came to this revelation, most nations immediately restricted DDT and other organochlorine pesticides. Number 6. American croc. Conversationally alluded to as the gator or the normal gator, the American croc, crocodile, is the biggest reptile in North America. Moreover, they address one of the two surviving types of croc, the other being their more modest cousin, the Chinese gator. Even though they remain dominant hunters in the wild, not many individuals realize they consider part of creatures that returned from termination. Because of wild hunting and discount butcher, gators vanished from a large number of their normal environments. By the 1950s and 60s, their numbers fell definitely in Louisiana, Florida, and all through the other southeastern U.S. Number 5. Stellar ocean lion. The heavenly ocean lion, Eumetopias jubatus, is the biggest individual from the ocean lion family. They used to live richly all through the northern Pacific, going from Japan to California. In any case, because of reasons at this point obscure, their western populace close to Gold Country and the Aleutian Islands plunged after the 1970s. By the 1990s, the populace in the district declined between 70%, 80% to a low of 18,000. Potential clarifications incorporate overfishing decreasing their food sources, predation by sharks and orcas, and environmental change. Stellar ocean lions were recorded as jeopardized in 1997 under the U.S. Imperiled Species Act. At present, scientists gauge that the western populace contains around 46,000 individuals. Number 4. Galapagos Goliath turtle. The Galapagos Goliath turtle addresses a complex of 12 types of monster turtles local to the Galapagos Islands. They are the biggest living type of turtle, fit for arriving at loads as much as 919 pounds. Notwithstanding their enormous size, their other specialty is their long life expectancy, as they can satisfy 177 years of age. Nonetheless, regardless of their lifespan, they nearly went terminated in the 20th hundred years. From the 1600 years to the 1970s, their populace declined from more than 250,000 to around 3,000. This decline incorporates many factors like overexploitation, living space misfortune, and predation by obtrusive species. Lawful securities presently limit hunting, exchange, and the commodity of Galapagos turtles, and moderates intently screen their numbers. Nature protects liberated from hunters housing a considerable lot of the excess turtles. Furthermore, hostage rearing projects laid out by preservationists work to assist with empowering generations between enduring individuals. Number 3. Southern white rhinoceros. The southern white rhinoceros, Ceratotherium simum, is one of the two subspecies of white rhinos. Albeit more normal than its more uncommon cousin, the northern white rhinoceros, southern white rhinos nearly went terminated toward the start of the 20th hundred years. Poaching and environmental misfortune obliterated their populace, and at that point, researchers thought they went wiped out. Then, at that point, in 1895, specialists found a minuscule populace of just 20 people living on a solitary South African nature hold. In the previous 100 years, preservationists invested enormous assets and energy in restoring the populace. Today, almost 21,000 South white rhinos live around the world, especially in South Africa. Number 2. California condor. The California condor, Gymnogyps californianus, is the biggest vulture and land bird in North America. These monster foragers used to run all through the southwestern U.S. and into northwestern Mexico. Nonetheless, their populace declined fundamentally during the 20th 100 years because of pesticides like DDT, poaching, and territory misfortune. By 1987, so scarcely any stayed that researchers announced them wiped out in nature. By then, just 27 condors stayed, all living in imprisonment. To save these notorious animals, the U.S. government laid out hostage reproducing programs at select zoos the nation over. Number 1. Monster panda. The Goliath panda, Ailuropoda melanoluca, otherwise called the panda bear or essentially panda, is perhaps the most conspicuous creature on the planet. Be that as it may, these notable bears experienced broad living space misfortune in the 20th hundred years. Joined with the impacts of poaching, the panda populace dubbed during the 1970s until just 1,000 people stayed in nature. Their restricted eating regimen, which comprises the vast majority of bamboo shoots and leaves, makes them especially vulnerable to starvation. Likewise, they repeat inconsistently, and that implies it is extraordinarily hard for them to normally recuperate, assuming their populace gets excessively low. How was the video? Did you enjoy it? Post your feedback in our comments section below and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates.